What, man? That ain't my cat. My cat's Salem. Who? Let me see who's on in the chat. Yeah. 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 That's a lot better. I ain't got to worry about seeing nobody. Motherfucking comments, gay food last night with some comments and stuff. Let's get it, Breeze. I ain't even no New Orleans fan, man, but my boy in the league got the Falcons, so I'm going to use New Orleans. I got some good receivers, though. I don't ever play CPU. Let's get it.
An NFC South battle right off the bat.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic
Dang,
Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Falcons beat the Eagles?
Begins with an NFC
nah, bro, that's crazy.
Between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints.
My boy yelling in your face lost his first game.
And no run back here.
I don't know, Eagles. You, Professor, you kind of got me scared, bro.
So out come the Bucs
you
now
beat him.
First drive. We get a look at a man
I might not make it out my division no more.
Of the Bucs offense from Florida State, it's Jameis Winston.
That's a bet, bro. Yeah, I muted. I did the comments thing, bro. So just you got something to tell me, bro. Just hit me in the chat, Professor. See you say you was watching, bro. So just hit me in the chat, bro.
Some of that you got to put on their defense.
Yeah, I turned the comments off because last night, bro, had me all discombobulated with them fools saying.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot.
Oh, bro.
And that's going to wind
that's
up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Defense.
First play of the game, pass interference. 15-yard, 25 yards. Excuse me. Dang, boy.
Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Yeah, defense 14-0. Y'all had to have a good game, bro. Ain't no way y'all didn't have no good game being 14-0 at the end of it.
All day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Hey, boy.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
CPU on all mad and hard as hell, bro. Stop and run.
Peyton Barber.
I ain't never played a CPU on all Madden, bro.
Have taken a first quarter lead.
I already know what time it is.
We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
3 plays, 75 yards,
expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. We get a good peek at a man in his 13th year at the controls of the Saints. In his 18th season overall, it's Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own, would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees.
Nah, bro, you can't let, bro, my boy Oakland, bro, you cannot let him, bro, in the end zone, bro. Real talk.
There's a potential for a big play and a touchdown.
Yeah, bro. Heck nah, don't let him in the end zone.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here first and
I really don't know how I feel about Kamara being the only running back, though. I really kind of wish I had England.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
Dang,
and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A very solid gain of 27.
That's one thing about it, though. I got Dez, bro. I'm not going to trip out.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, as guys can break
chest is taking over.
The middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star. Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no me, Dez will look like Michael Irvin out there, bro.
But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last
I
catch.
ain't never liked Dez, bro, while he was with the Cowboys. I really don't like him now that he with the Saints. The thing is, bro, the dude cold, bro.
But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And his throw is incomplete. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And we'll see the second half of their dynamic duo in the backfield, and that's Alvin Kamara, who in 2017, the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. How about this? Over 1,500 total yards and 13 total touchdowns in a debut performance. Expect more of the same and probably a little bit extra.
Brees again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Jason Pierre-Paul.
We need to get a buck user, bro, because these fools, I always want to take no dang handout, but at the same time, bro, these Bucks, bro, I ain't never lost to them, like, no lead or nothing, bro. And here they go. Bro, man,
He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they'll go with a ground attack.
Bro, what the hell? It's like, bro, these niggas ain't playing no D.
They're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling.
Niggas ain't playing no defense, bro.
In the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot.
They getting already
the
over.
intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Oh, my God, bro.
And these guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's
this nigga got 7 rushes for 109 yards.
On that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's
running all over me.
It's an 8-yard
You know,
pickup.
the defense can't stop the run, bro.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for it. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. We focus our attention here on the Saints offense as they come out, and last year they were coming into 2017 with 3 straight 7-9 seasons. But they got to turn around. Won the NFC South at 11-5, won a wild card game, and then we all know the story. Heartbreak in Minneapolis.
But it's one that won't break this team, I don't believe. I think it's actually something that they can use as fodder for the season, as something to build upon. And when you think of New Orleans, you naturally think of offense. You think of Drew Brees. You think of Alvin Kamara last year as a rookie, making the big plays. Mark Ingram running the football, throwing it to Mike Thomas out wide. But the key to this team continuing to get better remains on defense. And I think it was shown in the draft. When they made the big move and drafted Marcus Davenport out of UTSA to rush the passer. They know they've got to win their division, which means slowing down some high-powered offenses in Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Atlanta.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Breeze on third down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He completes it to Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Breeze going to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the foot. Well, these Buccaneers coming off a 4-game drop-off from a year ago, 9-7 in Dirk Cutter's first season to 5-11 last year. It's now 10 straight seasons without a playoff appearance, and in fact, they have not won a playoff game, Charles, since winning Super Bowl 37.
And in order for them to get back to the playoffs, they've got to go through their division, which is awfully tough and high-powered on offense. Atlanta, New Orleans, Carolina. So the Buccaneers made the investment. Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants on the defensive side of the ball. Also picked up Bo Allen and Vinny Curry from the Philadelphia Eagles. So the defensive front taken care of. They also picked up Vita Vea, a massive defensive tackle from Washington in the first round of the draft. Then they picked up a couple of corners. They know that on the defensive side of the ball, that's where they have to make their biggest game to chase down their division rivals.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
You don't want to show no highlights.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Breeze now. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Breeze. And incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Breeze to throw. And he finds Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Easy.
Breeze now on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two. Try here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go on the ground. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Again, they run with Ellington. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. That second down run, a big help, as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashard Matthews, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Levante David. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes too late, man.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Man, I'm about to finish it. Hey, say, bro, if you watching, you can go ahead and get them before, but I'm not about to finish the shit, though. That shit ridiculous.
Yeah.